G'day everyone and welcome to the Martial Arts Business Success Podcast number 91. Goodness Phil, what a great topic we've got today, and mate, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. Look, at the end of the day, we can stand here, or we're sitting, we can't stand, but we can sit here every day, week in, week out, and try and give you the strategies that you need for success. The systems, the procedures, like we could hand feed them to you, but that's not enough. So this episode, we're just gonna get straight to it. There's no promos, there's no nothing, because what stops you from your business success, are you ready? There's only one thing, it's you. It is you, that's all it is. You are stopping yourself from your own success in your business. I don't give a crap if you're looking for the Facebook online marketing strategy that's going to give you 100 members, because if you don't have the belief that you can handle 100 members or deal with all those different personalities all in one hit, then you're going to lose them just as much as you got them.
Yeah.
I don't care if you find the magic wand or the magic pill, it's not going to be enough for your business success. What will grow you externally is when you grow internally. And at the end of the day, you've just got to attack that, and you've consistently got to be improving yourself day in, day out. And what I've seen time and time again, because we coach people, we help people, we speak at events, we do martial arts stuff, we do business stuff, the list is endless of the amount of people we have contact to. And guess what? The problem is always the same.
Yeah.
It's the person doesn't have enough self-belief, they don't think that they have enough strategies, they don't think that they're good enough, they don't have enough money, they don't know enough, they don't, whatever. But it's always about them. It's always about the story, the stupid story they're telling themselves, and why they keep having their business, I guess, lack of results on repeat. And they're willing just to blame everyone else and not take action on themselves. They're not taking ownership.
Yeah. Look, I guess the frustration point that we have as well too, and it's saying paralysis by analysis. People have the recipe in front of them, they have the results, it's proven, but then they pick it apart and that won't work for me, that won't work for me. So, it's one of those things, I guess it's frustrating for us.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, we've actually fired plenty of clients from our coaching services because, they just don't believe that they can get there. Now that might seem a bit harsh for some people. At the end of the day, you've got to believe in yourself, you've got to believe in the process and be willing to take that jump. And we have on many occasions done some crazy adventurous stuff. I know Phil just recently did this zip line swing where he jumped off the side of a bloody mountain and swung through this canyon. Now, there's always going to be that fear of, will this rope hold? Will it work? Won't it? But he's willing to give it a shot and give it a jump. Same thing with this sort of space. If you want to improve your business, you can't be waiting till all the stars align. Sometimes you've got to get in there and then test and measure. And that may mean that, okay, I got a result and the result wasn't ideal, but guess what? You got a result, you did something about it. But that's the thing that stops most people. They're afraid, that fear of getting out there and giving it a shot, or fear of failing. Damn, it didn't work. Well, too bad, pick yourself up, get on with it again, try another thing. So, guys, it's frustrating from our behalf. People go, you guys are successful. What's your secret? Well, there's no secret. We're just willing to get up and give it a shot. Yeah. Scuff your knees, grind, dare I say it, and just test and measure. And not be afraid to fall over.
Absolutely. I think there's a saying out there that says motivation is like bathing. It's recommended daily. Because at the end of the day, if you're the type of person and you are a doubter, you lack belief, that you're someone who's on this repeat, then you've got to do something different. And I've said it before, and I'll say it for the rest of my life. Henry Ford's quote, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Which means there's a two-part thing. If you know you're that person, you need to make change. The problem is if you don't know and you think you're doing the right thing, but you're always failing. There's a lesson. If you're always failing, if you're always getting a specific result, something has to change. And what I see, and in a lot of my training, which I've done with NLP and other type of coaching and methodologies, is that 95% of the population live on the side of effect. They live in the side of effect, meaning that they blame everyone and everything around them for where they're at. Now, the other 5%, the 5% who will class as successful, are the ones that believe they're on the side of cause, meaning that they believe that they are the cause of where they are.
Yeah.
Now, even if it's not true that you are the cause of where you are, if you come from that mindset, you're going to set yourself up for success. Like most people know my story. I got blown up in a terrorist attack. I got burnt to 60% of my body. I lost my friends. Now, I didn't cause that, but the after effects I was causing. You know, I was causing myself to use drugs and alcohol and escape the reality, go down into depression. I was the cause of putting myself in an environment around people who made it hard for me to get out. Now, I was blaming everyone and everything. I was blaming the terrorists. I was blaming that. And I couldn't get out of the freaking hole. But the minute that I took ownership, it was like, okay, I can't change that, but I can change my feelings. I can change my thoughts. I can change my actions. I can change the people. And the minute that I took that ownership was the minute that my life changed. And the same thing will apply to business success, personal success. It doesn't freaking matter at all. I don't know, Graham, you're a big on leadership, and I know you've spoken a lot about on the Orbed as well. And I think that topic is really poignant for this particular topic. If you have or haven't heard it or seen it, Graham, will let you take away about Orbed.
Look, it's one of the things that we have in our office, and Google it, guys. You'll find a ton of them like all over the place. But basically, in summary, OAR, align, BED. And you look at above the line and below the line, I guess, responses. Above the line, OAR, ownership, accountability, and responsibility. Being able to, obviously the action, the result, I own that, I'm accountable for it, I'm responsible for that. That's what happened. Line, and then below that, BED, blame, excuse, and deny. Again, those are results. Blame, it was their fault.
That's what I was just about, effect and cause.
Exactly. And that's something that is just, you know what, like there are certain things that you have control over, certain things you don't, okay? As a business owner, you are in control, you're in the driver's seat. Time again, it pisses me off when I hear people go, I can't afford to do that. Well, you can't afford not to. That is investing in yourself, investing in your future developments. Sometimes it may mean that as an income, you take a slightly bit left to have that bit be invested into self-growth, self-education, seminars, business development. You know, man, we have spent millions of dollars on self-improvement stuff, and I don't just mean like guru headspace. I mean learning things, going and seeing experts, traveling the world. Now that's something where, you know, there's plenty of times there we go, you know what, we can't afford this, or we can't afford not to do this. I remember very, very clearly when we first started our business. Phil was at a convention, a seminar in Sydney. I think it was many moons ago. But anyway, hit me up and said, hey Graham, you know, we need to purchase this particular 1 week sort of package. I think it was like $20,000 each for us to do so. So when you look at that, plus all the flights, it was a $50,000 investment for 1 week's worth of education. Now, we couldn't afford 50 grand. That is like, man, that for us as a new fledgling company, that was huge. But we went, you know what? Let's do it. And we did it, and that 50 grand, I can honestly say over these years, has probably, you know, turned into $3 to $4 to $5 million, okay? Easily, with the knowledge that we gained from that and the belief. So what are you holding you back? Sometimes that justification that we couldn't do it, and then on the other side we went, you know what? We need to do this. Let's do this. Let's beg, borrow, and steal what we need to make that happen. And man, it paid dividends. So again, to you guys, okay? We're here delivering some great content, but you've actually got to apply this sort of stuff. You know, we're doing it on a regular basis. We are regularly traveling, upskilling ourselves in every area. But what are you guys doing? I know there's some great content on our site, but you've actually got to apply it. And don't try and reinvent the wheel. Just follow the steps and make it work.
Yeah, just as we finish up, you can use the Orbed system on yourself. Like literally, you should be looking at trying to perform above the line as many places as you can. Now, it's going to happen. You're going to go below the line. Every now and then, you're going to catch yourself. But don't be there too long. Second thing that you can do is if you've got staff, you can point that out to them. You know, if you're in a meeting with a staff member or whatever it may be, you say straight out. That's why we've got it on our wall. Graham, is that below or above the line behaviour? Because it sounds to me like you've got some excuses of the reasons why we got that result. Now, I don't want excuses. I want you to take ownership, and I want to give me the solutions. So that Orbed can be used for yourself and for also your staff training as well. We've used it many times, so definitely well worth it, guys. Look, I hope this particular video, this particular podcast has given you a light bulb, a kick up the butt, a slap across the cheek, a shot across the bow, whatever it is that you need to go, you know what? screw it, let's just do it. I'm not going to keep blaming or saying, oh, it's okay because it's you guys or whatever. I'm going to take ownership. I'm going to start taking action. I'm just going to start implementing all the information I get. And I guarantee if you implement, if you take action, you'll be on your road to success. I guarantee it. It's when you don't take the step, that's when you start losing in the game of life and the game of business.
Guys, just something to add to all this sort of discussion and topic today. A little quote that I know that you may have heard before, but it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So you may take some action and it becomes pretty hard and a bit of a grind. Well, suck it up, princess, okay? Because really that's what it's all about. It's about you guys pushing through, and it gets easier and easier as you go further. But initially, hey, if you've got to change the tide, man, it's going to be tough. So don't give in on yourself. That's what we're here for, to support you guys and help you out. You've got to be willing to make that first step and keep on trucking.
All right, team, no promos, no shout outs, just take action and start living life on your terms. All right, ready? Bang!
Innovating the martial arts industry.